Hey everyone, and welcome. My name is Christina, and this is actually going to be my first YouTube video, and I'm really excited about it. So, if you like this kind of content, I hope you'll consider subscribing. Not only for me, to support me, but to support this really awesome background. I did it myself. Kind of proud of it, actually. So if you want to see more of me and more of this, I hope you'll consider subscribing. But before I start the video, I do want to say thank you. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch this. I really do appreciate it, and I really do appreciate you. So, without further ado, let's start the review. Before I talk about the movie, there's just a few things I want to say. First, this movie is rated R for a very good reason. It is very gory. So if you can't handle gore or it's just not your thing, I wouldn't say skip the movie entirely. I would just say maybe just close your eyes or look away. I don't think it's a reason to actually just skip the movie, because I think the movie's worth watching. Secondly, there is some animal cruelty in this movie, which I hate. And there's a lot of character deaths. What? This is a spoiler-free review. I didn't say anything. I'm just warning you guys about why it's rated R. Anyway, on to my actual review now. So, as you can tell from the title of this video, I am going to review James Gunn's The Suicide Squad. And this is a very James Gunn movie. And what I mean by that is it's very Guardians of the Galaxy. So if you're a fan of the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, you'll definitely like this. It's almost like it's a Guardians of the Galaxy for DC, which is pretty interesting, actually. But it's amazing what you can do when you have a good writer and director. Because, God, is this movie 100 times better than the original? I don't know what to call it. Is this movie a sequel or a reboot? They don't really say. I don't really know, but I'm gonna lean more towards it's a sequel of sorts, because Harley Quinn and Rick Flagg have some kind of rapport. They have a friendship, so that could have only happened if the first Suicide Squad happened. Not that you need to see that movie to see this movie. You don't. They are not connected in any way. This movie is on its own. So, you don't even have to worry about that movie. It does not exist. But what I'm saying about it's amazing what you can do with writing and directing is the characters in this movie. Now, Margot Robbie's back as Harley Quinn, which is always a joy. I love Margot Robbie, and I love her as Harley Quinn. I don't know why some people don't, but, everybody has a different opinion of things. So, Joel Kinnaman is back as Rick Flagg, and in the first movie, he was basically a pawn to be in love with a witch to progress a storyline. He was so two-dimensional and so boring and had just so bland. But here he's an actual person. He has an actual personality. He can tell jokes. And it's just, he's so much more likable in this movie, and it's so nice to see, because I like Joel Kinnaman. I don't know if any of you have seen the TV show The Killing, but that's where I know him from the most. And I know he's a good actor, so it was nice to finally see him get to, relax a little and, play this role. Um, it was really great. He's a great part of this movie as well as Margot Robbie. Idris Elba was great as Bloodsport. I thought they were gonna do some kind of, Will Smith doppelganger role, but while the story background is sort of the same a little bit, Idris Elba definitely brought his own to this character. So this movie is Will Smith who? Because Idris Elba, he brought his A game, and he was great. John Cena as the Peacemaker, I liked John Cena. I thought he was great in this role. I just did not like the character Peacemaker. If you have seen the movie, or when you do see the movie, you will know why. And then there's the characters that I thought I wouldn't like, or that seemed to be a joke and, were going to be annoying. And that was Shark, Polka Dot Man, and Ratcatcher. But wow, did I love all three of them. So good, so good, so good. The Shark, voiced by Sylvester Stallone, which is hilarious. Ratcatcher, played by Daniela Melchior. Daniela Melchior. I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name right. I feel like she was the breakout star of this movie. Also, Polka Dot Man, played by David Dastmalchian. And all three of them were great. I thought they were supposed to be these annoying characters, and it turned out you loved everyone. Everyone was lovable. This movie had a lot of emotional scenes, which I think was great. If I had to describe this movie, it would be, this is a comic book movie with heart. And I think it's amazing to be able to put those two things together. And it's only possible when you have good actors and good writing. And they had the mix. There were a lot of emotional scenes and again, they're not all bad people, and to make these characters relatable and to make you actually like them and care about them, you've done something right. So I give it to James Gunn and his team for that. Now, other things about the movie, it's James Gunn, so obviously the soundtrack is absolutely amazing. The CGI is amazing. It really is, actually. The cinematography, the acting is amazing. The storyline is amazing. The storyline actually fits the narrative of what a Suicide Squad mission would be. Like, what you would send out a Suicide Squad for is exactly this type of mission. So the storyline was great. What else am I missing? I mean, it had great fight scenes, it had great action scenes, and a lot of the actors actually did their own fight scenes, which I have a lot of respect for. I mean, I know Margot Robbie, does majority of her stunts herself, and I have so much respect for her for that. That's amazing. It's exhausting for her to play that character, but it's worth it. She's good. Sorry, that was a little tangent I went on right there, but just was an all around great movie. Something for everybody in this movie, and I would highly recommend seeing it. I think this movie was done so well and so right, and I don't think it's getting the recognition it deserves, which is unfortunate because, a lot of people were disappointed by the first Suicide Squad. That, I think they were a little weary going into this one, but hopefully more people will start seeing it and, you know, see how good it is. So that is my review of James Gunn's The Suicide Squad. I hope you enjoyed it, but other than that, I will see you guys in the next one.